Hey everybody, this is Tonky with Tonky's Gaming. In this video, we're going to be going over that new champion, Renekton. Make sure you watch the whole video because this is the build that you need in order to be successful on this champion. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe so that way when I bring out my gameplay video that you're going to know when it comes out. Alright guys, let's get to it. Alright, so we have a new champion, Renekton. So we're going to go over a build real quick for him so that way I don't waste too much of your guys' time. Let's get right into it. So what we're going to do is the first item that we're going to go with is Black Cleaver. So this is going to be super good for you guys because it's going to give you more tankiness, the attack damage, and the really big thing here is the ability haste. Okay, so the reason I really like this item is because with Renekton, he's kind of tanky, but he's really based off of normal attacks. So with these normal attacks, he's going to be just shredding through tanks, okay? It's going to do extra damage to tanks. So that's why Black Cleaver is usually your first one. It's going to give you ability haste to make his skills come back faster. So that's going to be really crucial to know for later on in the build because it's all going to kind of come together, okay? So the second item that I go for is Death Stance. So this is going to give you the health, the attack damage, and it's going to give you some more ability haste. Now this is going to help you with those squishy targets because it's going to give you physical vamp, okay? And then also 30% of the damage that you take is going to go into a bleed effect, so it's not going to hit you as hard. So whenever there's really high damage champions hitting you, they're just going to do a little bit less damage, and you're going to get the physical vamp because, you know, you're tanky, so you're going to be doing constant hits, especially with his skills that he has. He has those quick attacks, so that's going to make his spell vamp go even further up. So for the boots, now this one, it's kind of situational. If you're going up against a really heavy, attack damaged comp, you want to go plated steel caps. I'm sorry. Plated steel caps. So that's going to give you armor, but it's also going to make you take 15% less damage. It blocks 15%, okay? So that's super huge to know. Now, if they have a lot of CC, then you want to get mercury treads. And that's going to give you some magic resist, for the AP people, but it's also going to give you a little bit of resistance against CCs. So if they have a lot of CC, you want mercury treads. You can also get the Ionian boots, but this one I wouldn't really go for because you're already getting ability haste from your Black Cleaver and your Death Stance. So that one, it's not so much. Now, Glutinous Greaves, I wouldn't go for that one either because you already have a little bit of physical vamp from the Death Stance. So plated steel caps or mercury treads. Now me, I would morph it into the Proto Belt because you already have your one jump skill where you can dive in, but sometimes, you want to get to the very, very back of the line. So I use the Proto Belt so that way you can get all the way back to the ADCs. So that way you can melt them down. So that way they don't deal out too much damage to your team. So the next item I get is Sterox Gauge. So this one, it's big because, Renekton, he does a lot of normal attacks. So this is going to give you max health because, Renekton is a tank or a tankier toon, and he's, he's a bruiser. And then it's going to give you 50% more base attack damage, okay? It's also going to give you a shield. So it's going to make you even more tankier. So in my opinion, Sterox Gauge, super huge. Now after Sterox, you can do a couple different things. You can either go Guardian Angel or you can go Force of Nature. Now, if they have a lot of ability power, you want to get Force of Nature first, okay? That's going to give you the magic resist. That's going to be super huge. That's what you need to get. Now, if they don't have a lot of ability power, then you want to get Guardian's Angel. It's going to give you the armor. It's going to give you the attack. But you're also, if you do get killed, you're going to get rezzed. I mean, that's a no-brainer. You're a bruiser, so if you get rezzed back up with, 50% health, that's big. So you're going to be able to get back into the fight, dash, use Proto Belt, get the ADC down, help your team more. Now, Force of Nature, then that complements even more tankiness because you're going to get the health, the magic resist, you're going to get a little bit of movement speed, and just all around, this one's going to help you a ton, okay? Now, if your team has a lot of healing, okay, you can get Spirit Visage. Or Spirit Visage, I'm sorry. But most of the time I don't usually go with that one. But I mean, it is an option, okay? Now, let's say the enemy team has a ton of crit damage, okay, like a Yasuo or a Jinx. Then you want to get Rando and Zoman. because it's going to make so their critical strikes do less damage to you. Now, if that was me, I would get rid of the Guardian Angel, okay? Super important to know there. If they have those really high crit champions, get Rando and Zoan. Crucial. But most of the time, I get Guardian's Angel. That's a really safe bet. So let's get on to the runes. So runes, Conqueror, 100%. It's super easy to build the stacks on Renekton. It's just going to all out help you the most, okay? Now, the other ones, there's some decent ones in there, but if you want the best possible one, it's Conqueror. After that, I go with Brutal. It's going to give you the attack damage, the armor pen, and a little bit of magic pen and stuff, but that one doesn't really help you that much. But, you know. Now, you could get Triumph. You know, since you're a bruiser and you're a tanky bruiser, you could get Triumph. Now, that's going to give you, anytime an enemy champion dies, you're going to get 10% of your health back. Now, you are building health, so Triumph, that one could help you. I'm going to, mess with that one a little bit, see how that one works. I might bring out another build later on and let you guys know. Now, another one, you could go with Champion because it gives you a ton of extra damage if you don't die. But once you get 2 deaths, you have 0 bonus from that. So unless you're a super confident Renekton player, I wouldn't go that direction. So if I was you, I would stick with Brutal. Just safe bet until everybody really starts to learn the champion. All right, so for the next one, I'm going with Hunter Titan. So it's going to give you the max health. Anytime you kill an enemy champion, you gain max health and you gain tenacity. Tenacity is going to help you a ton, okay? Because you don't want to get stuck. It's going to help you resist, slows and knockups and any kind of impairing, thing. So that tenacity on a bruiser is totally important. So to me, I'm going Hunter Titan. Now you could go Spirit Walker and gain the max health and the slow resist. But to me, with Renekton's playstyle, I just really feel like Hunter Titan is the best bet. So for the next one, I go Hunter Genius. Now, I get this because of the ability haste. The ability haste stacked with your other items, that's where I was talking earlier, how, it all kind of works together. Now, this one is going to give you even more ability haste, so your skills are going to come back even faster. So you're going to get those super quick attacks with your third or second ability. Then it's going to come back even faster, and you're just going to keep quick attacking. That's going to play into your other items that you're building. It's just going to all around make everything work, really, really well. Okay. Now, if you want to, you could get Sweet Tooth. That is a really solid second choice if you really want to focus on your lane. But to me, Hunter Genius just makes the most sense. So that's where I would go. So for your spells, Ignite and Flash. Ignite to help you early game, and even late game, but mostly early game to help get you snowballing for them early kills. Flash, because, everybody needs Flash. At some point or another, you're going to use Flash. So Flash, in my opinion, is, 100% you got to use it. So, all right, guys, hopefully this was quick. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully it helped. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, Tonki's Gaming. And I'll see you next video, and I'll be working on a gameplay video for Renekton soon. All right, thanks.